Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear learners. I welcome you to English Grade 6 video lessons. I'm your instructor Zia Hamid. I hope that you're doing well. So, my dear learners, we are dealing with unit number 1 titled Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's Patience. The competency is of grammar. It's our lecture number 1 and the topic rules of articles. So, let us see our students' learning outcome for this video lesson. It says, recall and apply rules for use of articles a, an, and the in speech and writing. So, my dear learners, we are going to see the use of articles and we will recall our concept of parts of speech in which we learned about a term article, and we saw that there are two kinds of articles, definite and indefinite. So here we will recall our previously learned concept of articles and we will apply those rules for putting articles in our sentences like a, and the in both our speech and in our writing. So this is our students' learning outcome. I hope that you understood it well. Now here is a vertical linkage of this SLO with your previous grade. So in that you learned the use of indefinite a, an, and definite the articles. You read it thoroughly in your previous grade. Now let's begin our lecture with one of the most beautiful verses. So we have Surah Al-Fatiha, verse number 1. It says, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. This is Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, its translation, and we can see that we have highlighted the word the. Why? Because the or the is an article. So here, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. We are talking about the article the, which is a definite one, because Allah is the one and He is the definite. Nobody is like Him. So that's why we use these articles. So you can find articles in the translation of the Holy Quran as well. So my dear learners, let's do a brainstorming activity for you. You are already familiar with a, an, and the articles. Your teacher will write some sentences on the board. So these sentences will contain articles like a, an, and the, and you are supposed to take the correct article from the sentences. I hope that you will enjoy doing this activity. So now let's see what are articles. Let's revise. So why articles are important? Why do we use them in our sentences, in our speech? Let's see. Articles helps us clarify the meaning of the noun in your sentences. So what does it do? It clarifies the meaning of the noun. Furthermore, it also comes before a noun to show if it's a specific one or general. So we know that with a general we use a and an, and with something specific we use the. So these are the two purposes of articles and why they are important. So now let's see how do we use the indefinite article like a and an. We use it to show a singular noun. When we have a singular noun, we use article a or an. So with singular nouns, they are searching for a book, because book is a singular noun. That's why we are using a before it. Here, Arshad is playing with a toy car. We used a because we are talking about one toy and one toy car. So keep this in mind that this is how we use with nouns, they are singular. So how do we use these articles a and an with adjectives? Let's see. He is a tall boy. Can you find out the article? Yes, a, and it is coming before the adjective tall. So whenever we are using we are talking about the noun and before that the adjective comes, we use a singular a or an. Here we have another sentence. She is an intelligent girl. Yes, this one here is an adjective. So we are using the article an here before the adjective. Why not a? Why an? We know that this adjective is beginning with a vowel. So that's why we use an before it. So now what else? Let's see. We use it to say what someone is or what job he or she does. For example, my brother is a doctor. So we are explaining, we are describing a job. So that's why we use the article a before the profession, which is being a doctor. So my brother is a doctor. Now we have another example. There is a butcher in the shop. Butcher is also a job, a profession. So that's why we are using a here. Also we are talking about one thing. We are talking about an indefinite thing. That's why we are using a. So now we have to say what someone is to show the person or a thing. Yes, can you see that? She is a pupil at University Road School. So we are showing a person here, for example, pupil, we are using a before it. We are using this article before describing the person. There is a flock of sheep in the farm. So we are describing this thing, the group. So that's why we are using a before it. A band of singers is performing on the stage. So this is how we use them before in a person or anything. So also we use the definite article the in front of a specific name or noun. For example, the Prime Minister of Pakistan is visiting Russia. So we are talking about not anyone, but we are talking about a specific person or specific noun. So we use the because there's only at that time one Prime Minister. So this will be a definite article. Hence we are using the. The moon is very bright tonight. Yes, we are talking about the moon, which is a specific thing. It's only one that we have. So that's why we use this definite article the. Now we also use articles with adjectives or to talk about groups of people, like life can be very hard for the poor. We are talking about the poor group, the category, the class. So that's why we are using this definite article here. Let's see. I think the rich should pay more taxes. So obviously we are talking about this group of rich people. That's why we are using the before it. She works for a group to help the disabled. We are talking about people who are disabled also. That's why we are using it. So now let's see what do we have further. We use it to refer to a system or service. This is when we use the article the. How long does it take on the train? Or I heard it on the radio. You should tell the police. This is when we use the definite article the. Now, let's see what else. We use it with a superlative adjective. For example, he's the tallest boy in the class. Tallest is the superlative degree of tall. That's why we use the definite article here. Obviously, we are talking about the class. Hence, we are using it here. It is the oldest building in the town. Here, it is the superlative degree of old. That's why we are using the, and also here. She is the most intelligent girl. Same goes with this example. Now, my dear learners, let's get started for an interesting activity. I hope you're excited for it. Now we have a group activity. This will be done in pairs. You will make your groups and then students will do part A, page 5 from the book. Here we have a question. It says the articles are missing in the given story. Work in pairs or groups. One read the story to another by providing articles and the other partner has to listen it carefully if his or her partner is using correct article or not. So this will help you understand that how the articles are used and where you are making a mistake. So here another activity, work in pairs. Suppose there is a get together at your home. You have to talk about the arrangements you are going to make. Do not pronounce articles while speaking. Your partner has to tell which article is to be used here. So now, dear fellow teachers, we have a worksheet attached with the other resources. You can distribute these worksheets among your students and ask them to solve it. So for the homework, we have a very good prompt. You have to write a short descriptive paragraph and using the articles. You will use both the definite and the indefinite articles a and the in the right and appropriate place. So we are here at the end of our video lesson. Some resources are attached. They are worksheet, presentation, a lesson plan, and a question bank. All these things are added. Also a skill sheet here. So I hope that you had good time recalling about the concept of articles and the different rules for using the definite and the indefinite article in different situations. Until the next video lesson, Assalamu alaikum, Allah Hafiz.